Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and finding our inner Brock and Michelle.
Or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or this episode, we're going to go with Bishop J. Drew Sheard and Karen Clark Sheard. Come on, y'all know them two of my favorite folk. You know, how did we go all these episodes and I haven't highlighted them as a couple?
You know, niggas love with a good title.
Good titles and a lot of names too, right?
Yeah.
But y'all don't know. Y'all should know. If y'all Black Love podcast listeners, y'all know how I feel about the Clark sisters. So you know, Karen Clark Sheard is one of the Clark sisters. You know, it's a gospel women's group that came out of Detroit who've been killing the game since the 70s. Mm-hmm. And you know, they be up in the church game and they got some hits on them. Neil's favorite song is My Living in Vain.
Is your living
Okay, don't you do that. One thing the Clark sisters know and do and perfect is harmony, and what you was not on was not that harmony.
Okay, is your living
you picking up that bass? Who be doing that bass? Dottie?
Boom, boom, boom.
What? You silly. Anywho, her husband is the senior pastor of Greater Emmanuel Institutional Church of God in Christ. Shout out to Koji in Detroit. They've been together since 1986, I believe it is, and they have 2 children. And come on, First Lady and Pastor. It's just something about Black church love that just speaks to my spirit. I think when we talk about Black love being complex, multidimensional, beautiful, and layered, I think one of those layers is that Black love with the church. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we need to do an episode just on the church. And we have, I talked to my pastor, he and his wife gonna come on here. But I think in itself, you know, it has a history in the Black community, the church. But it's something about that Black love between the pastor and the first lady that is something that makes your heart smile. If it's done well, and it's sincere and it's genuine, it is something that makes you smile because she be his biggest champion and vice versa. Don't you notice that? Yeah. I notice our pastor be doing it a lot too. He be like, well, you know, I don't want to give their names out yet. He'd be like, yeah, she let me do. Isn't she beautiful? Look at her church. And everybody like, what are we doing here? I'm like, he trying to get it in on first Sunday.
Drinking up all the church wine.
Now we got the church. We got the little cups. He ain't drinking up the church wine.
Now we got to drink grape drink because he over here using up all the church wine for him and his wife.
Shut up, no. But just shout out to, again, Karen Clark Sheard and Bishop J. Drew Sheard. When I think of Black love, I think that's a segment of the Black love just to highlight, you know, I was reminiscent of them when we were talking about, you know, Farrakhan and his wife. Like, it's just something about folks who I think are one in the movement together, mm-hmm. or some type of movement together. And also, well, I guess religion would be like a movement. So religion, spirituality, moving forth and moving the community and justices forward. Like, I think whenever you can have a relationship built out of that, it's something that's just very, very strong about it, and something that's really endearing and something aspirational that I seek to get to that point to be. What do you think, Nero?
I like it.
What's your thought? What's your thought on Karen Clark Sheard and Bishop J. Drew Sheard? I like his name.
No.
Bishop J. Drew Sheard.
No.
Okay.
Of course not.
Really? Have you ever been to that church?
No.
Oh my goodness.
No, and I'm not
planning
on going.
Have you been to C.L. Franklin's church?
Yes, that's the church I was raised up in. That's the one I was always crying.
Oh, you went to that church as a child?
Yes, New Bethel Baptist Church every fucking Sunday.
Okay, I don't think you need to cuss in that sentence.
Every Sunday I was in that bitch crying. Yes.
Franklin Church. For y'all don't know, that's Aretha Franklin daddy.
Yes.
I didn't know you went to, you know, me and my friends, we went on Detroit church tours. We probably should make that a thing. When we were younger, shout out to y'all. Y'all know who y'all is listening. We used to just tour all the church sites in Detroit just to go to them. So, you know, we did the Clark Sisters Church. We did C.L. Franklin's church. We did the Winans Church just to go and see. And then, you know, we fools to see if they really was there. And a lot of times they was there and they was singing, honey. Mm-hmm. So, you think people would participate in that? Like a Detroit church tour?
I'm not going to be a part of this.
Do you know what I'm talking about, though? Like, we got some legendary churches.
I know y'all church hop like niggas club hop.
We did. I remember one time we went to church. It wasn't one of the mega churches or anything like that. Like, we literally go to all churches just to see what they about, right? Because, you know, sometimes we get a little, we was younger, get a little distracted at our church. So we just go venture out to different churches. And we like this church because, like, yeah, this church started late. It started like at 1:00. We like, or I think we assumed they had like a third service, right? So for y'all don't know, some of the mega churches have like 3 services. It'd be like 8, 11 and like a 1 or 2 o'clock. So we're like, yeah, we found us a church that got a 2 o'clock. Like, we gonna go to brunch. We gonna be overdressed. Like, it's gonna be lavish, right? So we walk in with me and my other 2 friends. Y'all listening, y'all know what it is. So we coming in overdressed. So whenever we went to other church, we were always like over the top. So mind you, we like 17 with church hats on, gloves, just ready to praise the Lord, right? Mm-hmm. And we come in and sit down in the usher. Everybody's super friendly to us. And we're like, bang, it's packed. Like, we didn't think it was going to be this packed at no 2 o'clock, right? We think it's going to be like a half full church. We about to get our praise on, right? But we was like, all right, let's go on in. And then we went in. The the usher so nice to us. Like, we just so glad y'all came in. We just glad the visitors is here. Like, we just so happy to have y'all. We like, this is nice, you know, because some of y'all black churches can be shady. Like, you don't know where to sit, where not to sit. But this church was like so welcoming, and they knew we were visitors off back. And as soon as we sat down, the pastor was like, I've been told we have some very special visitors. And we like, who was he talking to? Like, okay, maybe they're just doing a welcome, right? Because a lot of churches, my church especially out here in Mass, it'd be like, stand if we have visitors, we want to greet you, right? We're ready. We're dressed. We've performed. And my other friend, I ain't gonna say his name, he got a whole speech that he says about how he been saved, and he's looking. It's just extra, right? And so we done gave her a speech and said thank you. And the pastor was like, y'all know y'all welcome anytime. We love to have young people and blah, blah, blah. And do you know, right after that, he said, everybody stand for the benediction. I was like, what the? I said, they probably think we crackhead. They probably think we came straight from the club. And I looked at him and was like, fool, what is going on? We just moseyed up in here, taking our time, strolling, church hats. Yes, we're visitors. Interrupted church. Introduced us. And then they gonna stand. And for y'all don't know, the benediction means it's time to damn go. And we had to get the benediction. I was so embarrassed. And we tried to leave out. Everybody's like, y'all don't got to run. Y'all don't got to run off nowhere. You don't got to run off nowhere. You welcome in the house of the Lord. Oh my goodness.
Is your living.
But the thing is, we didn't come in discreetly. Because I believe you can come to church anytime any way you are, right? You know, I don't care if you get the last 2 minutes, right? But it's the way you come in. We came in like we done been to Savior. We done been and came back and sharing the good word. That's how we came up in there. And the pastor felt it. He slid it. And then at the end, when he said, everybody stand for the benediction, I turned and looked at that. I said, nigga, is this for real?
That's what y'all get.
That's what we get for trying to be what? Cute, fast, and everything else. Would you say we church hop like we did clubs?
Yeah.
We surely did. And we got some good church hop stories. I remember one time we went to a church. It started at 10 a.m. and it was like 3 o'clock. Then me, I almost said his name. We couldn't take it no more. And so I said, on the count of 10, we just gonna leave. And I counted to 10. He just put his hand up, and I grabbed his arm, and we just went out the back door. And the pastor was like, come back, children. Come back to the word of God. Like, I got some stories for church. The church was too long. We was there since 10. At 3 o'clock. And he was like, they didn't even get no intermission. Can I pee?
He didn't give y'all no food.
Intermission, no nothing. And I'm telling you, that pastor was feeling himself. He was walking them pews and everything, honey. Whew. Whew. I love church.
I know you do.
Who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 51.
51. It's Monday, y'all.
Happy Monday.
Yes. Y'all weekend was good.
I hope so.
Ours was good.
Mm-hmm.
It don't sound like you convinced.
You know,
tell us.
You over here bring me back to the times where I used to get whipped before going to church.
Oh, Jesus. Ain't nobody whooping you. The pastor preached about that past and them rots and bats, didn't he?
Look.
Then he said, some of them rots you just been carrying. And what'd he say? Pastor said, leave those rocks at the cross.
Look.
Or the pastor said, do like whatchamacallit did, put Moses in that basket and let it go down the river. Put your worries and your burdens in the basket and let it go.
Absolutely not.
Okay? Mm-mm. You see what you're holding on to? You talking about some shit when you was 10. How old is you? 30 damn one. Now.
Be sure to leave a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Stitcher.
Uh-huh.
And follow us on all forms of social media.
Yes.
At Black Love Matters. That's black with no K.
You mad?
Yeah.
Don't be mad.
You bringing up all these church traumas.
Church traumas?
I'm about to go to therapy tomorrow.
You silly. I'm heading today. As I do every Monday.
Well, what you got?
Bot Store Chronicles, y'all. Let's see. I got some good ones for y'all. Although I had the weekend off, I had them last day I worked, it was just a lot in that 8.5 hour shift. So the first one was, y'all know my cashier that loved Harry Potter and the one who dog was hit and I thought it was a human. Yeah, her. So from that, y'all can tell that she's not the sharpest tool in the shed, right? But not at the level where, again, high functioning. Like, she can drive a car, like, she can work. You've met her, right?
I went to the store, and she's a couple fries short.
Like, but not to the short where it's like, I can't put my finger on it. Like, she's socially awkward.
Yeah.
It's not a mental thing. Like, she's mentally all there, but her social, it's like, I think she's on the spectrum. So, like, little autism, right? So I think socially she's awkward, but mentally she's all there. Like, it's not that she don't understand, but I think her social interactions are off, right?
Couple fries short, y'all.
Yeah. What'd she do to you? Did she interact with you? She ain't say nothing to you.
Well, I was out, and she had said something to me, like, you got, like, some money left on this gift card. You gonna go spend it now? And it's like, no. Can I have it? No.
She ain't asking. She have it.
My goddamn gift card, girl.
Leave her alone. Anywho, what happened was we have our break room, right? And for the most part, I know I talk a lot about, my bot store, but for the most part, it's good people. Like, we all engage with each other. Like, it's not a lot of, like, our animosity be over stupid shit, right? Somebody not picking up a shift on Saturday. But we don't have no heavy people just hating each other. So that's not the energy of the store at all. So at the break room, people, even if we don't know each other directly, will engage, eye contact, talk, which is a lot for New England because that usually doesn't happen. So what happened was, what do I call her? Expecto Patrono, cashier, was in the break room with some other team members, workers, and the worker was going to smoke. And then Expecto Patronos was like, smoking is bad for you. Actually, I heard the tail end of this, but I left. Neil, I did a ding dong. And I'm glad I did. And then the girl was like, I know. But Expecto Patrono was like, no, it's very bad. Like, you're young. It can cause cancer. It can mess up your skin. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. Don't do that no more. And she just got up and walked away, right? And so the other girl, I'm going to mention she a brown girl. The brown girl came to her. She was walking past the cashier. Was like, I just want to let you know, if you knew the life I had and what I went through, you would know why I spoke. Please do not take time to judge me ever again. And just walked away.
Boom.
So, for a Negro like me, I'm like, well, fuck you too. But like, and I'll continue ringing. And just when I see you in the club, we don't speak, right?
You don't know me.
Right? I would have just swallowed it or the her out there, one or the other. But Expecto Patrono, she take this to heart. She called me over. She was like, Nyambi. I said, yes, Expecto Patrono. She was like, I must leave my workspace. I'm like, are you sick? What's going on? I must go apologize at this moment. And I'm like, and at that moment, I didn't know all what happened. So, my educator training come out. I said, well, do what you have to do. Go ahead and turn off the light. Mind you, this is on, what was it, Friday? Friday night, 7 p.m. Soccer moms are there. Badass kids are there. College students buying Sour Patch. We're packed. And then so she went back to the girl and they hashed it out. I asked me how long it took. 30 minutes. 30 damn minutes.
A whole break.
A whole lunch break for them to hash out. And then my other boy who worked up, a young boy, we call him, this from Nia, we call him Sugar Boy Honey Molasses. He one of my good friends. He was like, I told that girl that Expecto Patrono wasn't that bright and she shouldn't have did that. I said, just let it go. And she let it go. So that's the first one. The second one is a little bit more of a serious one. So y'all listeners, y'all got to let me know what I should do. So working at this bot store, I decided to do it to free up some mental space, right? So free up some mental space and physical time in my life and also still make ends meet. So before I took this job at the bot store, I worked at a university, 9 to 5, good coin, but things happened and I decided to leave. I wanted to discover myself, all that good stuff. So when I think about effort I put in the bot store, like, I don't go there trash, right? I go there and I'm present. I'm friendly, but I'm not giving them, salaried Nyambi, right?
No.
I'm giving them hourly Nyambi, which is still a good deal, okay?
Yeah.
Compared to Expecto Patrono and some of the other folks around, right? They trust me enough with the keys, correct?
Yeah.
So one of the things that they told me, we've had a lot of turnover, like most BitSpot stores, and we're getting towards the holiday. And so someone pulled me in and was like, Nyambi, we just want to let you know that we offer, like, I'm like a mid-management position, right? And so it's this idea that upper level management, like, so basically almost manager of the store came up, and we wanted to let you know that we're not going to give this to you, but we know you will be, you know, an amazing fit. We think you're a great thing for the team. Mind you, y'all, I ain't want this shit. Like, this is not something I was striving to be. Honestly, I wanted to be a cashier. That way I can call the fuck off when I wanted to and come the fuck in when I wanted to too, right? You know, at this mid-manager, I got to be a little bit more sincere and intentional about my time and time off. But fine, it's a couple more dollars. I can do it. So my feelings weren't hurt about this, right? But when I got triggered was they was like, we want you, in the meantime, if another position comes up, work on like your leadership and coming out your shell. Bitch, what the fuck is you talking about? My leadership.
Your leadership.
It coming out. I'm the most qualified motherfucker in this store. I got damn near a PhD. And you got motherfuckers who you don't get a position to who trying to get a bachelor's degree at night school. No offense. Shout out to you. Do your dream, right? But we're not going to talk about qualifications now and one-to-one. And I done watched for this store before this time. So this was a store I worked for when I was younger. Come on, first job. It worked years, stopped, came and left in good notice as a young child and came back to this. That's how I was hired so quickly. So it just triggered me a little bit when they was like, we want you to come out your shell. Then I got to thinking. Then it happened again. So, you know, we, like I said, we got some new cashiers, some new babies coming in. And I think they noticed hiring more black people because of me. I think like my manager was like, every time they hired him, they was like, Nyambi, look who we hired. And I'm just saying, this is not his name. Marcus and Keisha. I'm like,
oh,
good.
How y'all doing?
But why I'm always their mentor?
Because you the only black one.
But it wasn't no black ones to mentor me. Fine, I take everybody 25 under my boot anyway. The older ones, they can go to the other way because they ain't set in their ways. I take all the babies under my wing. That's fine. But I think they start noticing that to me. But what happened was the young lady, brown lady that they hired, very, very smart girl. I would say she in her mid-20s too. So they, as you know, holiday season, they need more mid-level management to come. They need more people to hold the keys. And they was like, hey, you know, Nyambi, we think so-and-so would be good for it. I was like, yeah, I think she would be great. You know, I'm like Issa Rae. I'm rooting for everything black. So even if she was trash, I'd be like, yeah, she good. Give her the damn keys. I don't care. You done gave some trash-ass white people keys. Go ahead. Sure. You know, but no, she is. She is good. I think she would be good. But what got me thinking about this is then they said to me the same shit that they said about me initially. We really like her. She's really smart, but we want her to work on coming on her show and her leadership. So then Nyambi, ding, 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 back to Dr. Nye fucking Yambi, and in the readings of motherfucking Baldwin, I am not your Negro. What do you mean she need to come out her show? Just because folks don't talk all the damn time does not mean that they don't have leadership abilities. Just because a bitch is not running her mouth. First of all, personality type and leadership aren't the same thing. No. You can be a quiet leader and you can be an outspoken leader. And I would argue for being at the front lanes, you need to be motherfucking Teflon, actually. We need somebody more reserved because I'm borderline almost too fucking much about to cuss out them white people, okay? But it just got me offended thinking of them. Like, we work at a white store. The neighborhood our store lives in sounds racist. Like, it sounds, you know, it's like one of those Main Street USA. So it's not. We ain't in an urban center. No. At all. So I got to go to them and flip it to them. They'd be like, well, as a woman of color, how does you think it even feels to be an employee here, let alone be leadership here? And then who says the way we're acting is wrong? Y'all just not exposed to it. So you're not even exposed to what brown woman leadership looks like. You don't even know what it looks like. And because you don't know what it looks like, you assume it's negative or it's wrong. So I got to nip them in the butt. For me, I'll let it go because I plan on easing on right on by. What Betty Wright say? I'm going to ease right on by. But I can't allow them to do that to them babies. Mm-hmm. And Niram, you told me that I got to speak my truth. So I want to ask the listeners, do I go to them and say, hey, Blossom, that's not their name. I noticed you've said this. And you've said it repeatedly about especially women of color. Can we have a conversation of that? Is that team too much? No. Nero, what you think?
I think no. I don't think it's team too much. You know,
for a bot store for hourly Nyambi. And I'm thinking, what the fuck you think you're gonna get for what, $12, $15? What the fuck you think you're getting?
Exactly.
And no insurance and no benefits.
You ain't getting none of that.
Kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck what they do up
No.
here.
You know, and I think this is where the approach is different at, because I wouldn't have went to his ass like, hey, Blossom, can I holler at you real quick?
Yeah.
Like, I'm checking in, hey, Blossom, can I holler at you real quick? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Nero, what you got? Well, I just want to let you know your comments that you made was highly offensive.
Oh, you think I got from the offensive?
And just saying, as a person of color, all because this personality that you're expecting is different from this leadership type. Leadership and personality does not equate. Somebody can have a bubbly personality
and be a trash leader, like a few of the executive leaders in our store.
Exactly,
great people,
and
horrible leaders.
Some people can be very introverted, but be excellent leaders. So, if you guys are looking for a specific personality type, you should say that, but don't say
you lack leadership. Yeah,
you don't say that this person needs to come out their shell and find a leadership style when
this
you don't
even
know
style.
What it is.
Yeah.
And then you lay on, don't y'all know that I'm about to get a PhD?
Oh, I would be doing a disservice to this store and my professional values if I didn't bring this up to you.
Right.
If you would like me to host a professional development for you and the executive team on this, I'm happy to do it free of charge. Because I usually charge for this shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
So I think that's more or less what you can do, and bring it back down, and bring their ass back down in the high mighty shit, because they think because they got keys and a little responsibility.
Hell, I got more keys, and they gotta come to me for the key.
They feel like they
got the wrong.
They high mighty, and the thing is they got the wrong one at the right fucking time. Because
the thing is with me, I could take it.
Yeah.
I know I'm out. They got maybe 4 to 6 months of me. And then I'm gone. Like, I'm gone. But this baby might see it in this store. It is a legitimate career. You can work your way up to be salaried and make good money and have great bit. Like, you can if you play it right. But I just seen that. Imagine if they go to her with that so many times. So I think she's young. So I think she would be open to embracing that. But if she work her ass off and doing all this work, and then they come at her with that bullshit, she'd be like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, fuck this store, fuck y'all, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the things that goes down with. Not even at this big box store, but in all predicaments. I think it's
people, being a black woman. They're not used to that. That's the thing.
Yeah. And the thing is, they want y'all to mold to a specific thing and giggle and laugh with them and all this other shit. And that ain't got to be it.
That's not it.
And especially at these big box stores, most of their ass is very cliquey.
Very.
They clicky as fuck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that just triggered me, not for me, but when they said it about the baby.
Yeah.
And the baby ain't trash. Like, if the baby was trash and really did need some development, I'd be like, yeah. I call a thing. I believe in that, right?
Right.
Because my training is her age group. So I would say I give her any, black don't crack. Who knows? She anywhere between 21 to 27, I would say. Right? But she's mature enough. She done lived some life. Like, I ain't got sis story, but I think she there for a reason too. Mm-hmm. Do you know? Like, I don't think she there because these are my dreams and aspirations, right? So it's just like, again, we can talk, like you said, Nero, we can talk about personality. If you are looking for a certain energy and vibration at a certain area store, say that. But they don't got shit to do with leadership. And I want to say, ain't no leadership going on, ain't no supervisor going on. Well, I'm a fucking babysitter.
Truth be told.
Approving coupons and keeping these guests in line. That's what I am. I'm a babysitter. I'm not a supervisor.
Right.
I don't lead shit. I babysit. I make sure no one get caught on fire.
And nobody throws a big enough tantrum.
Come on. I keep all the tantrums down, including the cashier, guests, and some of the executive team leaders too. Come on.
Yeah.
That's so I don't know. That just, have that ever happened to y'all? And do y'all believe I should say something to them too? The question is, what they going to respond with?
And I really think it's the approach.
Should I leave that alone at the end when I ask them, do they want me to put on a professional development for free? Because this is my training.
I really think it's the approach. I think you should go up in there, and this is just me. I think you should go in there like, "Hey, Blossom, can I holler at you real quick?"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Naomi, what's going on? Yeah. And then you close the door, and then you give them a shit sandwich.
Well, how I close it? What's the sweet part?
Oh,
thank you for being open to this conversation. If I know how to do it. White people like being, coddled and patted. Yeah. I'm like, I'm only coming to you to this because I respect you. Yeah. And I think that you appreciate and understand, one, what it is to be a woman. And you will understand me and appreciate me coming to you as a woman of color. Because as women in this game of corporate America, we have to stick together.
There you go. There you go.
I'm going to hit her with a feminist.
There you go.
I'm going to hit her with a Susan B. Anthony.
Stupid.
What? I can't hit her with a Susan B. Anthony.
Hit her with the Susan B. Anthony.
Helen Keller. I'm going to hit her with one of her white feminist guys.
Yeah. What else you got?
Also, final thing at the bot store. Okay, look, I done gave this a shit sandwich. Nero found this fucking funny. I'm pissed. Come on, people of color. Now I done got on the white folks. I done got on my cashiers. Now I'm getting on my people of color. Get your fucking kids in order. You hear me? So this was a little Latino kid. So all our Latino listeners, get your kids, get your cousins, your tia, all of them. Get them in order, all right? So what was happening? This little bastard was checking out. And the mom was checking out, fighting over a coupon, right? I know I wasn't to the point where I called over, but I could see the look on my cashier's eyes when they about to call me over because they keep eyeing me, but they don't hit the light. I'm like, Lord Jesus, eventually they're going to call me over, but they didn't. So, I like to empower mine. So I'd be like, you need anything? Go ahead, walk free, be blessed. Well, what happened was why his mama fighting over 30 cents. He done ran past mama, past all the food, past me and out the door, right? And we got double doors. So I'm like, this nigga only about 3. He need to be always within 10 feet. He young enough to be within 10 feet of a parent at all time, right? That age. Like I got little spidey sense for stuff like that. He went 7, 8. Okay, fine. He ran through the double doors and I was like, hey. And he froze. That's how I knew he was in trouble. He froze like a fucking rabbit. I said, hey. I said, where you going? Then he turned around and looked at me. I said, where's mommy? Where's Poppy? Who you with? Who you with? Where's Auntie? I was calling everybody. I didn't know who the fuck he was with. And then he came back in. I said, come back in here. I said, no. Come back in here. Come back in here, sweetie. Then he came back in there. I said, where's your mommy? And then finally the mom looked, oh, come on. And then when he was about to come back, go run to his mama, do you know what this motherfucker did, y'all? He came back, he wound up, and he whipped me on my ass 3 times and then went to his mama. That shit is not funny. I still don't know how to process that, Nero. And then my friend, my boy I was talking about before, sugar boy, honey molasses, he looked at me and just shook his head. It was like, don't quit, Nyambi. Because it was one of them nights. He was like, please don't quit. What the hell was that, Nero? He whooped me.
That nigga whooped you.
He whooped me. And what pissed me off, the baby didn't piss me off. He a baby. He only knows so much, right? That mama didn't say cat, dog, spaghetti, gracias, mucho, nothing. Picante, nothing.
Picante. What does picante mean?
Hot.
Oh.
Nothing. Or multiple things. One, she should have thanked me from saving her child from getting ran over, going out in the middle of traffic, right? And 2, you need to tell that child to apologize for putting his fucking hands on me.
You didn't got
and so I done told my crazy mama, and my mom, first thing she asked, was he black? Is he white? I said, he was Mexican. And then her crazy ass gonna say, oh, he could have went out them doors. Nobody gonna take his ass. I was like, that's a baby, bro. She said, not the way Donald Trump run. Ain't nobody gonna take his ass.
Ain't nobody taking his ass.
They might have hit his ass. They might have hit him or take him to put him on the drug corner at 6, but they weren't gonna take him home. He said he would have turned around and came back in the door.
He sure would.
He said nobody gonna come after them. But it pissed me off that the mama, at least a thank you for not letting my child get abducted to the drug game or get hit by a car. As my mama said, nobody was gonna take his ass. The way they build them, my mom said the way they building walls and shit for Mexicans. My mom said Mexicans, black kids, and Middle Eastern kids don't ever got to worry about being abducted.
Instead,
in the next 10 years, ain't no abductions happening.
Nyambi, you getting soft.
What?
Why is New England's wearing on you?
It is because I was in shock.
First, what was it, a couple of weeks ago?
That woman touched my hair.
You got this white lady and touched your hair.
I got to go back to Detroit.
And then grabbed it. She grabbed it from
she
the
caressed
root,
me.
And all it went all
from
the way
a distance,
down.
you would thought we was lovers. But that little boy.
Now you got this little boy whooping on your ass.
He about tall as my kneecap. And he wound up and whipped my ass and then walked away.
He let you know, hey, bitch, don't be yelling at me.
I tried to save your monkey ass.
No how.
And that's true. I'm the only one seeing him. Ain't nobody else see that little Mexican boy go out the door. Nope. I couldn't have been the only one who see him run out that door. But I'm like, hey, get back here. And then I knew when he stopped and looked at me, it was going to be on and popping like a rabbit. You know how rabbits freeze?
Yeah.
What you think about that, Nira?
I think it's fucking hilarious.
It's not. I'm scathing. I'm scathing at that mama. The mama. Because you teach your son or any child, this ain't no son, you don't put your hands on people.
No.
And he's young. You don't put your hands on people. And then 2, him as a boy, you don't put your hands on women.
Yeah, but he whipped you because you was in the wrong for yelling at him.
What I'm supposed to do?
Let his ass run.
Run out in traffic. Then I'm on the news. when they asked, did anybody see him?
I did
then
not.
They point the cameras at me looking at the door.
I did not.
Jeez.
I did not see anything.
You said you ain't see a damn thing. So you think I should just... So why you would have handled it? What you think then?
Oh, for me, I would have had his ass with the loud voice. Hey!
Yeah, that's how I did him. I did a near him. I did a near him classic.
Bring your ass back here.
I ain't say bring your ass. I said, hey, come here.
And then as soon as his ass would have wind up...
I didn't even notice what he was... I thought he was going to give me a hug at first.
I would have pushed his ass on the floor.
What? And what you would told the mama?
Oh, he just fell.
What? Shut up.
He was swinging, trying to hit
reach
me.
For him.
He was swinging, trying to reach me, and he swinging, trying to hit me, and then he just lost balance. And I was trying to catch for him, but he just fell on his head.
Not his head. You ignorant.
Shit, I probably would have kicked his ass too.
But you said you would have kicked him. Well, no, you got to pinch him with the little meat.
Right.
You got to get that little meat
right.
so it don't bruise that under the arm. But it just made me mad because, as a brown community, we try to look out for each other, right? Don't mind you, if it was a white baby, I looked out for that white baby. I don't want no babies getting lost, abducted. I don't want none of that. But as in the brown community, it wasn't no, I see you, sis, thank you. Because we don't have children, but we got a lot of children around us.
Right.
We got multiple baby J's. Shout out to all the baby J's. We got our godson. You know what I'm saying? We got baby T. All our friends with kids that if this would happen to them, I would pray that somebody would be like, don't run out the door, baby J.
Right.
So I'm thinking I'm putting good karma in the universe.
And, everybody think we the responsible ones, so they're willing to leave their kids with us.
What you think? I am responsible.
Okay.
You're silly. But I don't know. That just hurt my feelings a little bit. And it just... I didn't know if it made me want to have kids or not have kids. Like, it made me want to have kids because I was like, oh, it ain't enough folks parenting people out here. Like, I feel like I was his parent. You could tell that was the first time somebody told him, like, no. Get back here. Like, even the way he looked at me like, bitch? Who you talking to?
And that's why he whooped you. To let you know you was wrong.
So I think I need to be a mom just to be out here and spreading black mother magic. Okay? Because obviously it's done gone down the hole.
Uh-huh.
And then secondly, it made me mad. I was like, fuck it. I'd rather buy a bag. Go on vacation. All that money I spent on these children. I'd rather. How much daycare a month? Anywhere between $800 and $1,500. You know what I can do with $800 to $1,500 a month?
Shit, that's why I'm about to start a daycare. Uncle Nero's daycare.
So
all these single black parents, all these single mothers out here.
Don't say single. It ain't even got to be single. With the daddy, they still need daycare.
Exactly.
So hold on to y'all children. Don't be ashamed to get them leashes. I know Cat Williams got everybody in their feelings talking about these parents got their kids on leashes like German Shepherds. Keep their ass locked up, honey. It's okay. It's better than the alternate, okay? Then I'm being hit, as my mom said, the black and Latino and Middle Eastern kids, they're either going to be hit by a car or, what you say, on the drug, take them to run the corner that sits, train them up for 2 years, and then put them on the corner that sits. Oh my goodness. So that's the Bits Bot Store Chronicles. Next, church. Church was really good. Church was needed. It's been a few weeks since we went. So, we went to Detroit, then went to church, and then we went to go visit Nia, and then I had to work, and I went back. So it's been kind of inconsistent with me in church. So this is kind of the first Sunday where I'm back to my routine. Does that make sense, Nia? Like, I'm back to a routine, not traveling as much, and really able to listen and digest what's going on in church and the word. And it was good. And I got to be honest, though, y'all. I go to a small church, and our choir is on the struggle bus. It was so bad this week. I tried to come 10 minutes late, so I thought the praise team would be done. But they was just getting fired up, honey. How do you do that? To all the folks who go to church out there, and you maybe don't have a choir that's the best, do you just keep your mouth shut? Because I can't sing either. Y'all, if I could sing, I would sing our theme song. You would know, okay? You would know. But do you just humble yourself in that moment and just go in quiet meditation and prayer while they singing? This is the first time in I've been going there almost 9 months. It took 9 months for me to be like, Jesus.
I told you your choir is bad when I first went there.
I said, can we do
like,
a hymn at the church?
This is the devil talking to you. Nah, baby. That choir is bad.
What is it, though? Why is it so bad?
It's like they ain't got no enthusiasm. It's like
no,
them.
it is, but it'd be like only one. Like, it rotates. Like, one would be lit, and us them like, child.
It's whoever lead it is.
Yeah.
If they lead, they be hype.
Yeah.
And everybody like, this bitch.
So I don't know what's a way, because I want to be constructive. I'm not saying nothing because I don't got no feedback. Maybe I can say, can we do, how you can do church-wide songs with a whole church singing, but you still need a lead. But other than that, so y'all give me some tips on how to work through that. And the sermon really just hit home to me. It was like about learning to trust God, and really that hit home to me because my anxiety is kicking back up. Y'all know I sometimes have trouble sleeping and focusing, and last night was, or 2 nights ago was one of those nights where I just kind of woke up this morning and started me on my. Remember that?
No, I don't.
Anywho, I woke up just like at what time? It was like 3 or 4, and I just couldn't go back to sleep. Like my mind was racing, and I just wasn't in the best mental space. And I think church, the word today just really reminded me this idea of learning to trust in the God and knowing that you go through something. You grow through something, so you never have to kind of go through it again. And really just letting things go, like frozen honey. And this idea of trusting in God, and the opposite of that is having anxiety and worry, and really just getting to the bare bones on it. So the idea that you can kind of receive peace and then gain rest. So the idea of learning to trust in God, and if you give him problems, you need to really lead them there. That's why me and Niram was laughing about his burdens he was talking about. Sometimes you got to go to the altar and leave them there and not worry about it. And just being in this space where you're being unshakable and unmoving to kind of God's unchanging hand. We say God unchanging hand now. We ain't say mine. We ain't say Niram. We ain't say mama. We ain't say daddy. We ain't say friends. We ain't say co-worker. We really talk about, God's unchanging hand.
All right, get up in this.
Hey, I got to speak my truth.
Okay.
And just recognizing again, the greatest way to kind of honor God is just really trusting him. And I just really needed to get back to basics, and I really needed to be called on my bluff on this. So y'all know I always come up here talking about, I love the Lord and all that stuff. But, for me to have this anxiety and not able to sleep is something I'm not believing or trusting, right? That God has under control, right? Because you're already trying to figure it out. Remember, that was the pastor trying to sing this morning. Remember that song he was trying to sing and nobody got it? Why you already trying to figure it out? Why are you already trying to work it out? He already figured it out. Remember, work it out.
No.
You don't remember that Russ Parr in the Morning used to play it? Oh my God. Do you remember Russ Parr in the Morning Show? Does that still come on?
I don't know, baby.
Did you listen to Russ Parr?
Yeah, once or twice.
It was Russ Parr. Remember Mason in the Morning? Come on, Detroit. Detroit got to remember Mason in the Morning.
I think Mason still come on in the morning.
No, he don't. Not on 97.9.
No, he had a different.
No, I'm talking about the original one. Is Mason and Coco. I don't know who Coco with now.
Is Mason Coco again?
Really? Oh, she don't went back.
Yeah.
Remember it was like Mason, Coco, and Foolish?
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole girl. But anyway, getting back, I done got distracted again. But it just really put me to that point of, understanding where this anxiety comes. I'm going self-care. I talked to my counselor and all that good stuff today. But really getting back to the basics. If I'm going to trust, I have to wholly trust. I can't put half my butt in there. I got to put all my butt into it, right? I can't dibble dabble in the trust. I can't say I trust you with this and that, but not that. I have to be able to trust everything, every single burden, everything I'm going through. I feel like I'm going through. I have to be able to say it's yours. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I'm going to continue to move forward to action. But this idea of worrying and anxiety and stress, that's something I just truly have to let go. So it was an on-time word for me. Huh?
You got to put your whole ass in it.
You can't put half your ass.
You can't put half your ass in it.
You got to put all of it.
You got to put your whole ass in it.
You can't put a couple of the burdens up there. You got to put all the burdens on there, right? And then my pastor, he done got fancy, y'all. He coming with props to church.
This nigga done came with a bag of bricks.
And you can see everybody in the church was like, where we going? Where we going, pastor? You can see, everybody used to shift a little. Because he was like, I got to do this real quick. He came rolling down the aisle with like this bag. You going to tell the story in yours? I'm going to tell it in mine.
What? Oh, yeah, I can tell it.
Okay, we'll tell it in your day. But y'all get that in Niram's update. But other than that, it was, good to be home with Niram for a few days. It's been a minute since we really just had a chilled, just us time, just on the couch, just us. So it was really good to get back to that. And other than that, I'm looking forward to fall. So a few of our friends, I think we're going to do some apple picking, drinking some cider, donuts, New England shit. drink lattes. I enjoy that stuff. I love fall. Fall is my favorite season. I love a good scarf. I love a good jacket. I love a good cashmere. I love a good thigh-high boot. So I'm excited for all these things. Why are you laughing at me? A
A
thigh-high boot, honey, with a nice knit dress. Come on, with a red lip. Yes. Nira, what's going on with you?
I'm sick as hell, y'all.
Oh, Jesus. Y'all can probably tell from the last episode. I just told him to stop talking.
Yeah, so the Friday episode, I done lost my voice, so I didn't came back, but I'm still a little sick, I'm a little tired. Miami ass got my ass drugged up.
I surely did. Every 4 hours,
So
like clockwork.
if I don't sound enthused, just know
I got them doped up.
I'm doped up, and I'm trying to work through this, y'all.
Yeah.
I got class tomorrow.
You do.
Shit.
It's a blessing. You just step closer to that degree.
It was hot as hell. It was like 88 degrees.
Hold on, don't skip through that. You being sick. I don't know about y'all, but my man, he is dramatic when he's sick, y'all. It is something about black men when he gets sick that the world is coming to an end.
I'm not going to even argue with
It
you.
is. I don't know if I'm the only one out there, ladies, gentlemen. I don't know if y'all in a relationship with a committed black man, gay, straight, it don't matter. Is they dramatic as hell? Ladies, how many times you don't want to work sick? Exactly, all the time.
I ain't tell your ass to go to work sick.
I'm not saying you did.
It's been many times I done told you
act
to,
like he could not move,
baby.
and he was just dehydrated and dying like a raisin.
It's been many times where I've told you to call off, and you didn't call off.
Yeah,
I even had special plans made out, reservations and everything. Baby, call off work. Don't go in today. No, I'm gonna go. Fuck. So you don't even listen to you, man.
why didn't you tell me where we was going?
Then fuck up the whole surprise.
Well, I mean, made out with a suede. Come on, all right, come on.
Whatever.
I'm sorry. I changed.
So I'm sick. Bear with me. Hopefully they get better.
Oh Jesus!
I've been hot. I've been cold. I've been had the chills.
I wouldn't consider it that chill. I wouldn't place it in that category.
I thought this was my update.
Okay.
I'm a little cranky.
Yes, a lot of cranky.
I'm not even for all that. I'm not with the shits today, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot as hell. It's like 88 degrees. I done turned this air back on because just like Nyambi, she said she woke up because of anxiety.
Yeah.
I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I was hot as hell.
I thought I was just hot too. He was like, "No, I don't think so." I think it's some other shit going on.
So, excuse me. So while I've been sick, I've been catching up on some good ass Netflix documentaries. One of them I saw was Confession Tapes.
Oh Lord.
And it was pretty much like about the show. It's a show or a documentary about people who has been like convicted for crimes that they like confessed. And it's basically like the thing is like somebody died or get killed, and then they be like, it's so and so, and then they interrogate their ass for like 10 hours, and they be like, all right, fuck it, yeah, I did it, but they didn't do it. And then just trying to figure out like why do people go through this stuff, or like go through like these false confessions, even though they didn't do it.
Yeah.
So that shit was kind of crazy.
I mean, it's a mental game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mental game.
So just watching that, Naomi's like, what the hell are you doing? Does this bring you joy? And it's like, no, it don't bring me joy, but it was definitely exciting.
I mean, I think when
It
I
wasn't
seen
exciting, but interesting, I mean.
it upsetted me.
Uh-huh.
Because a lot of times they prey on people of color and or poor people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if you only knew the game. Because it's a game. All this stuff is a game.
Yeah. And, one of the things, it just reminds me, since I've been in white-ass New England, I ain't been interrogated by police in a while, so I know.
Did you say in a while?
Yeah.
Honey.
So, I always need to see what's going on out here in the world so I can always be like lawyer.
Yeah, lawyer. I mean, I think that's the summary from it.
Yeah.
Don't you talk to nobody. Me and Aaron talking about if we have kids, we're going to train our kids up when they were younger. Even if you in school and a principal come to you and ask you a question, don't you answer a motherfucking thing until your parents are there.
No.
Nothing.
And so I think that's more or less the lesson of the story. Lawyer.
Lawyer or parent.
Don't say
if you're under
nothing.
18.
Yeah. Don't say shit. Ask for a lawyer.
Yeah.
I watched this movie called Burnt. And it was actually a good movie. It's about like this chef.
Who was in it? Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, he was like the main character. It was about this chef. And I guess he hit rock bottom. He was like on these drugs and shit like that. So he sentenced himself to like shucking 1 million clams, I guess, oysters.
Yeah.
And then he went back and then he went on this journey to get his 3rd star. Mm-hmm. Or something like that. Yeah. You know what the 3rd star is?
It's like, I think it's called like Michelin or something. Like, it's with highly ranked restaurants. Mm-hmm. They get, these ratings. And I think he had 2 of them. He was going for the 3rd one. So it's unheard of for a chef to get 3 of these stars. So at 3 different restaurants. So basically your restaurant is the top 1% of the world, right? Restaurants in the world. That's what I would say it's equivalent to.
Gotcha.
It's like the Heisman of cooking. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. I remember this movie coming back out because I guess, it's on Netflix now. So it's been out for about maybe a year or so, year and a half.
Yeah.
And I remember when they was like doing promo for this movie, they just didn't do good promo.
No, they didn't.
This movie was actually a good ass movie.
It was, wasn't it? Like, I thought this was going to be about a love story over like clam chowder.
No.
And it wasn't at all. Like, it was about drugs, cheating, leaving folks, and also the intensity of what it is to be a chef. Niram always asks me why I want to be a chef. This movie was why. Being a chef ain't no joke. We ain't talking about no line cooking this big. Like, if you really want to be head chef, sous chef, like have your own restaurant, like they don't give a fuck. That they cuss, like everybody like in love with Gordon Ramsay, but that's how it is in them kitchens. They tell you your shit is trash. They throw it out. They tell you get your monkey ass out. Like all of that shit. And also, chefs don't live long. They die. Chefs be on a lot of tequila and cocaine, honey. How you think they keep them hours?
I guess so.
And they eating chicken bats and lard and all types. Like, it's not like they eating spinach.
You say chicken bats?
They're not eating the best foods. Well, I mean, I guess that's what you define as best, the healthiest food, the most nutrition-rich food, right?
She said chicken bats.
So they usually eating leftovers, pieces from what was from there. So they eating that, which the food is probably amazing and delicious, but I'm sure it got a pound of butter per serving. You couple that with some tequila and then some nose dust. Jeez.
Okay.
Lifestyle might not make it.
Thank you, baby.
But the scene from that one, tell them about the scene. Are we going to get out of the way? With that black man.
Oh, the spoiler alert.
Oh, the spoiler
alert. So I guess so they thought like the Michelin man or whatever had came to.
Not the Michelin man. The people who give those stars.
Like the people who can't give the stars come in. So, they did everything and trying to make this dish or whatever, make it the best of it. So his ass to put his whole foot in the dish.
Yeah, he put his whole foot in it.
And then they sent the meal back and it's like, what? And it's like, it's too hot. And then this black man was like, it was me. I put all this cayenne in it. Like, thanks for
fucking me over.
Like, thanks for fucking me over, some bullshit like that.
Yeah,
and
because
he walked out.
Earlier in the movie, he fucked over that black guy when he had this nervous breakdown because they had a restaurant together and the white guy left, so the black guy kept the restaurant afloat, right? But the white guy called the food inspector, and the white guy also released a whole carton of rats in his kitchen. So when the food inspector came, they shut his ass down.
Yeah. So it was a good movie.
Come on.
It was definitely a bomb-ass movie. Y'all should definitely check it out. It's on Netflix.
It's called Burnt.
It's good as hell.
It's good as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, and we talk about his gay lover. See, that's what I'm talking about. You never would think a movie would have all this stuff in there. So one of his best friend is actually gay, and he loves him, right? But the other guy not gay. But the other guy know he love him, but he kind of using him.
Yeah.
And it's finally a conversation of, I love you, but I don't love you in that way. Yes, I was using you for X, Y, and Z. Can we move on? Mm-hmm. Like it was a good piece around that. Yeah. I want him to find a boot too. That pissed me off.
So I went to church with Nyambi. I do this once a month, and I'm not really feeling well, so I decided just to go anyway. Maybe they put some olive oil on my head or something like that, make me feel better.
Oh Lord.
So I go, and first of all, we're dealing with this struggling ass choir.
And we was 15 minutes late. I did this on purpose.
And this was one of the reasons where, when me and Naomi go to church, and I'm like, oh no, babe, like go, I'll drive there.
Yeah.
And I usually come like an hour late just for I won't hear the singing.
Not an hour, like 15, 30, 20 minutes.
Church started at 11. I usually get there around about noon, so I can miss all the singing. Because if y'all know anything about me, singing at church is the least favorite thing that I hate about church.
Yeah.
So
hate is such a hard word.
I know. That's how much passion I have about church gospel music.
Thank you.
So this little girl in the front, she's writing because she's bored like me in church. Uh-huh. She's not feeling it, and I look down, and on the top of the page it says Cardi B, Bodak Yellow. And then I could continue to read her scribble scrabble handwriting, and it's the lyrics to Bodak Yellow, y'all. She's writing it verbatim.
In church?
As the preacher is preaching. So I thought the mama had caught her, but the mama was just helping her flip the page over. And I was like, oh, yeah, she about to get this ass whooping. Y'all know anything about me, I love when kids get ass whooping. I love when kids get disciplined. But instead, the mama was helping her
turn the page. Because
Because
she was making so much noise.
making so much noise during the quiet prayer. And then the pastor came with the suitcase.
Wait,
full
you
of rocks.
cannot glide by. But she edited it because I read it. Because if you want to edit it, I had to tell her mama, like, you can't have to sit here right this. You can't these expensive, these is red. No. She edited it.
See, who? Who gonna do what to who? Let's find out and see. Cardi B. You know where I'm at. You know where I be.
I'm like, well, maybe she did a church version. No, honey,
No.
she just edited it.
No, this was straight up Bodak Yellow in church.
But she knew the words
Yes.
to write them. What was she? I wasn't going to ask her. I meant to ask her what she going to do with that.
What you mean? What she gonna practice when she get home?
Oh, is that what that was for?
I don't know. Shit, I'm guessing. I'm just speculating.
I meant to ask her, but she got up so quick. I was going to be like, what you know about Cardi B? That's what I was going to say. What you know about Bodak Yellow? Bodak Yellow. That's what I was going to say.
So she had to be about 7. So
Yeah, she was a baby.
moving on, pastor come with these damn rocks in his suitcase. So I guess like this was continuation, like his
From last
sermon was
week.
a continuation from the
And
previous
we
week.
missed it last week, didn't we? And
Thank
he made
God.
everybody right what?
Thank God I wasn't there last week. So I guess he made everybody right on these rocks, like all their pains and troubles and things of that sort.
Don't say it like that. They probably did it in Sunday school.
No, they did it right in service. Your pastor's the
Is
type
that
of nigga.
type?
He a type of nigga that be like, nope,
We're doing it now.
y'all come on up here and write on these rocks.
That's what I like about it, though.
Y'all write on these rocks, y'all pain and trouble.
Yes.
What's troubling you right now?
What's ailing you?
What's keeping you up at night? Naomi, you should have been there last
I
Sunday.
should have. I would have probably been hollering right on that rock.
You been crying and all types of shit. So he got everybody written on some magic markers on these damn rocks.
And everybody thought they gone. Then what'd he do?
Right. He bring these rocks back out.
You can see some people start moving in their chairs.
Right.
Like, we gonna read these out loud?
This nigga got props and shit.
I love it.
And then you say you take all these rocks and you leave it at the cross. And
we got a cross?
Everybody lost their damn mind.
Because we got the cross in the church.
And you know, I'm like, I don't
He
get
did
it.
more than that. He had a verse.
No,
It
yeah,
was a
you know,
build-up.
he
It was a build-up,
he was
Daryl.
hooping and hollering.
He was
and,
not
you know,
hooping.
doing-
He not a hoop and holler
Yeah,
pastor.
But he was hype as hell.
He was hype, but he ain't a hoop and holler.
And Naomi said, "What you think?" I said, "He had y'all niggas hype this time."
He had us hype. We was lit this time, honey.
Like, Neron, you didn't feel it? No,
Yes, he did.
I didn't feel
Because
shit.
you know when he felt it when he talking about some of y'all been no, he cracked me up when he talking about how people carry their rocks and their burdens in different packages. He said some of y'all carry y'all's a nice pretty packages, expensive bags. It look cute on the outside. Some might say it's not bad to carry the burden. Look, I'll carry a burden if it's in a Louis. You know, a lot of folks is carrying burdens in Louis and Birkins, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he had a clear bag where he was like, now look at this bag. How many burdens y'all see? And my pastor wait for participation. So you be quiet in there if you want. He said, does anyone hear me? And so people was like 2 rocks because it was 2 big rocks. He said, let me open it. Let me see. And it was 2 rocks, but at the bottom, it was like small little pebbles. He said, sometimes you only see two problems, the 2 burdens, and you handle the big stuff, right? You think it's the big stuff, but it's really the little stuff. The little stuff we call being bitter, resentment. You know, dude, we went down the line. You got to clean all this stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one, he said, some of y'all just either you or relatives who don't care. And he just pulled out what? A trash bag?
He brought
full of
out
rocks?
no, it was like a stop and shop. It was like a grocery bag
Just
full
full
of
of rocks. Don't care how you carry your burden. Everybody can see your burdens. I was cracking up. And he said, some of y'all been holding on these burdens for 20 years. And that's when y'all know how long Nerum said his joy been gone. Since 92. Come on, let it go. Like Frozen. And lean unto the Lord and trust. Oh, come on.
Listen here.
Come on. When I think about the goodness.
I'm not going to have you bring in my grand architect in the university
I'm
to this.
sorry.
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I have not had any joy since 1996, but
I thought it was 2.
it'll probably be in 92. Yeah, that's the year the niggas broke in my house on
Oh,
Christmas.
there it goes. There it goes. Let it go.
So we did that, and you know, since I went to church, Naomi felt like she had to treat me.
I did.
So you know, I'm still on this vegan curious diet.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to this vegan place called Eat by Chloe, something like that.
Yeah.
And the food was all right.
Yeah.
You know, people was raving about it, but
We done had that vegan in Worcester that it's just so hard to replace.
Yeah.
Like It's so good.
Yeah, it's a vegan restaurant. It's a vegan Jamaican spot that's fucking food is bomb.
Oh my goodness, it's so good.
His food is bomb as hell.
It'd be so bomb that I'm like, is this really vegan? He lying to us.
Right. Like, nigga, you know you made these greens with some neck bones in it.
And
He'd be like, no.
just take it out.
No, I promise. No meat.
Yeah. But
So,
it was good. Like,
it was all right.
What was the best thing was that lemonade. Honey.
Yeah, that lemonade was off the hook.
I don't know what they put up in there, but it was good. Your sandwich wasn't bad.
It was all right. Like I said, I've had better vegan food.
They could have missed me with that sweet potato mac and cheese. With bacon, a.k.a. some freeze-dried mushrooms. Bye, girls. Bye, white girls.
So, the journey continues. I'm still on this vegan curious diet thing. We're going to see how far it lasts. How long does it go?
It will. I think you're doing pretty good. But we found that other spot, too.
Yeah, we did find that place called Flower.
Yes, it was
Flower,
very good.
Flower. What was it called? Flower?
I think it's called Flower.
Oh, okay. Sweet and sour. Flower.
No, it's Flower.
And, Naomi got me a little vegan sandwich from there because she's like, I see something vegetarian, but I know you on this vegan thing, so we're gonna get you this vegan. And it was good as fuck. It was better than your sandwich.
It was better than
my sandwich. It was like
sandwich.
this hummus and veggie sandwich.
And it was like pickled veggies.
Yeah.
It was the bomb, and like this spicy sauce. It was better than mine because I got like this lamb sandwich, and it was good. Like, I ain't gonna hate on the lamb. It was good, but I tried yours. Yours was really nice. And you got a cupcake.
Yeah, that cupcake was good as fuck.
And it was vegan too.
Mm-hmm. So, thanks a lot, baby, for supporting me.
I support you on the journey. I know how it is when you on the journey and folks ain't supporting you. Now, I support you. Now, I can't be 100% on my end, but in supporting you, I can do that. I did pretty good, though. That was the first meat I had in like 3 days, the lamb.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm proud of myself.
We got any pillow talk?
Hell yeah. So first, let's just talk about fall TV. Am I the only one lit about all? Y'all got to let us know. So, starting probably Wednesday, Friday, next Monday, we about to go in with this fall TV. This Is Us, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, all this shit coming back, and I got a damn opinion. Shonda invite me as a writer, so I got something to say. This is the writer's table.
Oh, my God.
So, why are you laughing at me? I am so excited about fall TV that's coming back. Like, it's just something, I think that's also why I like the fall. Because I think of the fall, like, you kind of work all day, you do good work, you come home, make a good dinner, kiki with your family, right? But it's that moment, like at 8, 9 p.m. when you finally, after you done worked out, did what you done did, you sit on your couch with a tea, hot. I like the mood, y'all. I believe in setting the mood. You done lit your incense, you got your sandalwood, you got your, what's it called? The one that released the bad energy. I forgot. Pablo Santo.
I don't say Money House Blessing.
Well, yeah, I believe you and Nia believe in Money House Blessing. I believe in Pablo Santo. You got that lit. You got your tea, and you got your TV. You get you about an hour and a half, 2 hours of television that you can talk with about your family. I love that about the fall. You don't? I feel like my days are more full in the fall than in the summer.
I personally like the summer. Give me a day at the beach.
I feel like I don't know, I be getting bored.
Give me a full day at the beach, then a day in front of the TV.
Please, and you wake up in this little frost. Oh my God, I love that. But it's all coming back, and I'm just excited and I'm lit. Are y'all ready for these summaries? Probably we ain't gonna do all the shows, but maybe our top 2. So y'all definitely gonna get it. This Is Us. And depending on how the season start with other show, we'll pick another show. We won't do all of them, but I'm definitely doing This Is Us Tearjerker Tuesday, okay? Because I know it's going to be on the puppet. Tearjerker Tuesday with This Is Us. And then we'll decide between Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, or whatever other one we choose. We won't do them all, but we definitely going to do one more. How about that?
Okay.
Because I can hit or miss. What show did I stop watching last season? No, it wasn't Scandal. I got back into Scandal, but I fell off on How to Get Away with Murder. Like, Shonda was doing too much for me. Like, she was losing me. I was like, is he dead? Is he not dead? It's just too much. So I will pick and choose from that one. But speaking of end of the summer TV, y'all know what was a good show and y'all should support on Hulu?
What?
Marlon.
Oh, that show was good as hell.
I don't know how it snuck past me. It snuck past me like the Carmichael show, but difference is Carmichael show was bad and this one was good. The Carmichael show was horrible. Y'all, come on, let's be for real. Come on.
I couldn't get into it.
It was bad. That's why. And it wasn't even Lil Ray Ray and Tiffany Haddish character. It was Carmichael. He ain't that funny. He up there with Kevin Hart. The white people like him. Anywho, this is about Marlon. Marlon, and that's the name of the show, right?
Yeah, it's called Marlon.
It's on Marlon. I think it's on ABC or NBC. I don't know. We watched it on Hulu. But it's good, y'all. It's a nice little half-an-hour sitcom, and it's funny. And he has found his zone. Because y'all know Marlon sometimes he can be too much. Because he does a lot of physical comedy. And I'd be like, Jesus, sit down, Marlon. Like, whatever it is, I don't know if it's because he got a little older, his cast done balanced him out, but he did just enough Marlon where you cracking up. Like, I feel like it's him. I feel like before he was like almost doing too much of the white shit. Yeah. But like, no, he's doing Negro shit on this show. And it's hilarious. So it's about Marlon Wayans. Like, he's not paying like Marlon Wayans, but his name is Marlon on here. And he's a YouTuber. And he's like that white boy with that big nose. You know what I'm talking about that the white people love?
PewDiePie?
Who?
The nigga that was
No. It's a white boy with a big nose, and he just follow his family around. Like, he got millions and millions of views. Casey Navid or something like that. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about.
I thought you were talking about the white boy that said nigga by playing video
No,
games.
absolutely. I won't acknowledge that, honey. It's another white boy. I mean, I guess they all white, honey. But it's like that. So he's just got, his job is to be a YouTuber. His job is a vlogger. So he vlogs his family and all this stuff. But what's happening is he's married to, I think her name is Essence Atkins. Y'all remember Essence Atkins?
He's not married. He's divorced.
I'm getting there, Nero. Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
Go there. Sorry.
They're divorced. And so they're kind of going through this, what it means to be divorced and boundaries and co-parenting. And they have 2 little ones. Well, they're not little. So like, maybe one in middle school and one like right about to go to high school, a boy and a girl, and just navigating with that. And he got a friend who's staying with him on the couch, and she got a single girlfriend that's navigating through that. When I tell you, it's good TV. Like, I laughed out loud a few times. Any show that they say Negro in, I'm cracking up. But I think Marlon had some other shows and stuff he did, and I'm like, I can't get with this Marlon. Like, it's too much. I'm not ready for it. You and 3017, I'm in 2017. Like, I'm just not there. But he has hit his stride, and I hope that they renew it, and y'all should go watch it. And it's good. It's like 20-30 minutes, 10 shows. Y'all go support this man. It is good TV.
Yeah.
Like, if you like Blackish, like, it's more Blackish than Blackish. Like, Blackish is literally Blackish. Marlon is black. Capital BLACK, black. And just shout out to him for putting it out there like that and being unapologetically black. Like, this is not watered down at all. This is like WB UPN black.
Like the Wayans brothers.
This is like the Wayans brothers black. But like, imagine if the Wayans brothers grew up. This is what it would happen. It's so good. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I love it.
Remember, I just stumbled on it I don't know why I put it on.
You know, I was standing for him. I watched that movie like he had on Netflix called Naked.
That was decent. Now, this show better, but Naked wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
It wasn't horrible.
So, you know, that was definitely a good TV show. I think one of my favorite scenes is when he went to go coach basketball for his son, and that shit was hilarious. He's like, you know, forget fundamentals. We gonna play the mentals. And it's like, what's that, coach? And he's gonna say street ball. And I'm gonna teach you how to talk shit.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, come with all the mama jokes. So that shit was funny as hell.
Yeah. I think it was just the balance. Because I think, we don't have kids, or divorce, honey. Hopefully not. But don't try me. You know, once we... I just got to speak the truth.
Okay.
But just the reality of what it is, that if you came from more of a working class, the hood, whatever you want to call it, upbringing, and you can tell him and his wife are a little bit more well off, how do you navigate that with children? So they kids they come from a working class, blue collar family, right?
No.
They used to mama and daddy working, being on team. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think they do a good job of balancing that. Because even with their interactions with the kids, they be like, who is these kids? Like, how do we...
Yeah.
Like, one of the scenes was, I think it was the pilot, the black girl, his daughter came to him and was like, somebody bullying you. Like, she was like, Dad, someone's bullying me at school. He was like, you go to a white Catholic school. Why are you being bullied? And she's like, why wouldn't I be bullied? She's like, you black. just off your blackness.
Right. You shouldn't be bullied.
Them white girls shouldn't be bullying you. Just off your blackness. I think he said something. The white folks is inherited, got a little fear of black people.
Right.
So what's going on? So I just... appreciate that show, and I know y'all are always looking. We always give our show recommendations and book recommendations. I highly recommend Marlon. We watched it on Hulu because I think it was like a end of the summer. You know how they test shows out for the summer to see if they're gonna bring them for like the fall and
if they're gonna order
more
episodes.
So we might have to tweet him and be like, please come back. It's amazing. Continue to do it.
You know, I think he like retweet people because I remember when all the Wayans brothers had that concert, that comedy show.
Oh, that
And
was
he
a
was
good
like,
one.
you
I
know,
was
if y'all tweet me or whatever, everything y'all tweet me, I usually retweet it. So, yeah.
So we should like connect him to this segment or something like that because it was good. Like if it was trash, I'll let you know. Like I said, Marlon B had his moments sometimes. You know, I was even worried when he was that Asian woman. But you know, now I don't drink the Kool-Aid. Marlon, the show was the shit. Essence Atkins is killing it. Y'all know who Essence Atkins is. It's like that brown skin girl. She was another one that was heavy in like the sitcoms and movies in the late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. Like Sis is Sickening. She been in the game. She done got her props. Like the babies is killing it. And all of them are killing. It's an excellent cast. So I ain't gonna do it. I'm about to start shit.
Oh.
Did you see I was about to start shit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say if you like some of them other shows we be talking about, this is good if not better.
Hey.
Come on, because it's more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. But the other thing, speaking of fall TV, y'all know what Queen Oprah's doing now. So first, let's just congratulate Queen Oprah for ordering the second season of the Black Love doc. So I'm excited, and I hope that they flesh it out and they include a variety of people, younger people, older people. Like I hope they really flesh it out and make it diverse, don't you?
Yeah,
I think they are. Like it's the first season. We'll see how they roll. You said they just gonna use the B-roll. I don't think they're gonna use B-roll. I think they're gonna start over, Nero.
I don't know. Probably, maybe not.
A mixture. I will hope they start over a little bit. You just can't be like, oh, child, we can go to this.
Yeah, well, we got extra questions. We can just keep.
That's season 1, part 2. That ain't season 2. That's a hiatus. You don't think?
Yeah, it is. But you know how sometimes niggas be. Yeah. Like, we just gonna use this B-roll?
Well, I'm excited for it. I'm gonna support it. I just hope that they be more open and inclusive and welcoming of what Black Love is. Yeah. I just want to see that onion peel back a little bit more. But either way, I'm gonna be there supporting it. But speaking of Queen Oprah, y'all know she now is on board with 60 Minutes. That actually started yesterday. Did y'all watch it? So for y'all don't know, 60 Minutes is the oldest, most watched news magazine on television. It gets the real stories of Americans from previous issue, and it's from CBS News correspondents. Well, guess what? Queen Oprah, one of them.
She'll be asking questions?
Yes. Like well, first of all, Oprah ain't gonna come over there and pussyfoot, honey. She ain't about to come over there and just read no questions nobody wrote for her. I'm sure she brought the whole Harpo team. Please. So she's producing it. She's doing the questions. She's doing all of it. So this Sunday, so yesterday, so y'all make sure y'all gonna watch it. Oprah debuted as 60 Minutes correspondent with a story about America's political divisions. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch it, but she's on it now. And I think it's going to be a breath of fresh air because whenever I think of 60 Minutes, I think of an old white man. Mm-hmm. Or just old white people together. So I think Queen Oprah is going to bring her Queen Oprah dash to it. And I think she's going to bring a voice of women and people of color. Because Oprah has been very upfront about that lately. What you think?
Wasn't Barbara Walters on 60 Minutes?
I don't know. Barbara Walters did her own shit. Oh. I mean, she could have been on it, but that wasn't. 60 Minutes is very particular. Huh?
I hear you, baby. I'm excited for Oprah. I'm sorry. I'm excited for Oprah. Oprah, keep doing your thing. Mm-hmm. I applied for Harpo as your social media manager. So, Oprah, if you're listening, go pull my resume and check it out.
You applied for Harpo?
Yes. They looking for a social media manager out in L.A.
Hey.
And Black Love Matters are willing to move.
He ain't even asked me. He said, all this podcast, we shifting all this. Days, time, right. Everything shifting for Harpo.
Yes. I get this job at Harpo. All this shit got to change.
Y'all know one day we come on. Good evening, everyone. How's everyone today? We're going to read from Psalms 23.
Right.
Today I walk with the Lord.
Nirman's at Harpo, so we can't mess up that Oprah money.
You stupid. We'll put good energy out there.
Yeah.
Good energy out there. See how it go. The other stuff I want to talk about is just overall 45's bull and the shit that's happening in the world. All right. So let's start with this healthcare bill and how McCain is not here. He did not come to play. Why do they keep fucking with this man? Why do he keep doing this? Why did the president keep fucking with this prisoner of war, McCain? Why they keep?
I don't know why they keep fucking with McCain. Because, McCain is not the one.
He ain't the one.
His ass has been captured. His elbows ain't been right since that damn war.
Come on.
And he ain't the one. Nope. Somebody done got in his ass about this whole healthcare shit.
Yep.
I think one of the things, his ass was planning this shit. Like, you know, he's like, let's start this conversation. I'm gonna vote to get it going because I know I'm gonna shut this shit down. So let me go ahead and keep shutting this shit down. So now they can't talk about it no more because they know they're doing this shit wrong.
Yeah, they doing it wrong. That's the basis.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what it comes down to. I'm glad.
Yeah,
because like I said on Friday, everybody and their mama
is saying this is trash.
If you worked in healthcare and you got a healthcare association,
trash.
They had put out a statement saying this shit was trash and they need to be canceled.
Yeah, immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately. But I think what got me was that McCain, he just overall trying to get right with the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, he got that brain cancer, honey.
Yeah.
He going to meet that. He can meet that Lord any day.
Exactly.
And he got to meet his maker and say, this is what I did, Lord.
So he trying to balance all that shit out.
What, 70 years?
Yeah.
But he ain't been playing. He performed when he went down and be like, I vote no. I said he tried. No, what got me was he was like, I don't serve at the pleasure of the president. I serve at the pleasure of the people. He ain't my boss. Right. He get mad, nigga. He basically say, fuck you, nigga.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that's what he basically said. But good, he said, and more Republicans do need to stand down and say something. Yeah. Because it's just bad.
Yeah, it is.
It's nothing more than it's just a bad bill. It don't make sense. Some things, leave well enough alone then. If you're not equipped to do it, leave it alone. We got plenty of other shit. Korea popping off. Like, we got plenty of other shit to worry about.
But that's the thing, though. Like, he wants to dismantle anything and everything that has the Obama name tied to it. So, you know, it's Obamacare. So you're like, nope, we got to get rid of this shit. Yeah. You know, it's the Dreamer Act. Nope, we got to get rid of this shit. Yeah. You know, so I feel like it's going to be another way that they're going to try to do this shit. But I feel like it's going to be a little bit harder now.
Yes. Now that you finally got a few of the Republic, not all of them. Yeah. And the thing is, y'all better take note of no motherfuckers who ain't saying nothing. Exactly. And they ass need to be out in 2018 or 2020, whenever their fucking term is up. The ones who ain't saying shit, keep watching them. Yeah. Because they got to go. That Ryan, he got to go. All them motherfuckers got to go.
And the same thing for these judges. I keep saying.
Come on.
These people, these judges and these fucking DAs who ain't arresting these police officers for killing us, these black men or killing all these black and brown people out here. Their ass got to get the fuck on too.
They got to go.
They canceled.
Yeah, they canceled. But my thing, I was thinking, so okay, if we move towards impeachment, and for impeachment to happen, that has to be spurred by the Republican Party, right? Mm-hmm. Because you could get enough votes and blah, blah, blah. What is the outcome with Pence? I don't know if I'm more worried with Pence as the president. Because he another one be silent deadly. Well, he ain't that silent. You know, he got his views on the gays, and from that, I knew he was on some bullshit. But, like, what would it be like him as president? Some bullshit.
It'd be some more bullshit. But the thing is, his ass have a lot more sugar with it. You know, Donald Trump gave you a lot of shit.
Yeah, and vinegar.
Yeah, a lot of vinegar and shit. Pence has, if he said nice to you.
Yeah. I guess. So I just think
I'm going to fuck over the black community.
That's Donald Trump.
Smile.
That's Pence.
That's Trump? Pence.
Did you say smile?
Donald Trump, y'all niggas going down.
Oh Lord, we got to laugh to keep from crying, honey. Right? And then what 45 done did? What he done told Steph Curry ass don't bring his ass to the White House. He said, you and them light-eyed kids ain't welcome here.
Steph Curry ass wasn't going anywhere.
He said, don't you bring you, your kids, your wife, all y'all what they say, eggshell color black people, don't you come here. You're not welcomed. It's a privilege, bitch. What is that? And then, of course, the black community on Twitter lost their damn mind with them memes. Showing them memes with Obama talking about been there, done that. Like, what is wrong with the president to think that's a priority? Man, for the fucking basketball team to come visit him. We about to go to fucking war with all the Koreas, North and South, the way he showed his white ass at the United Nations. Mind you, at the United Nations. These are people who want to work together for a common cause, peace. And you said, you come over by my block, I shoot it up. You remind me of a rap song. This is how I rock on my block. I merely rock. Like, it just sounded like he was like, I'm gonna shoot him up and kill him.
Fuck boy, don't run.
Yeah, like it sounded like it was C Murder down for my niggas because I ride for my niggas. Like, what are you talking about? Nobody talk about shooting nobody. Trump. But what you think about that Steph Curry not invited to the White House? And the invitation is rescinded. Like there's an episode
like
of True Blood.
Suck it.
Your invitation has been rescinded. Like we vampires. Bye, bitch. Ain't nobody coming.
Oh my God, that's the only thing I can see is like his ass in the White House, and he said
Sucked
your
away.
invitation is rescinded. His ass is like sucked through all the house and
The
shit.
walls.
to get outside.
Yeah, rescinded.
The fuck outta
Nobody
here.
want to come visit you or that mannequin or that slow ass child y'all got. Nobody want to visit none of y'all.
Only people want to be there is fucking what's his name, Robert Kraft.
Yeah, you see Tom Brady ass ain't
Tom
come.
Brady
No,
ass.
because Giselle told him to have a seat. Because notice Tom Brady ain't come. And then all the low key, high key was like, why Tom Brady ain't coming? Everybody said, ask Giselle. Come on. And they supposed to be good boyfriends and girlfriends.
Right.
Not today, Satan. Niam, you gonna talk about all these knees being taken? I'm sorry, y'all. No, it's good for the cause, but y'all exhausting me.
Oh my God.
Y'all exhausting me.
Hell.
Like, this your realm. Can you bring me up to date on the knees that been taken and the knees ain't been taken?
Yes.
Because I got a view on it, and mine can summarize it.
Niggas been taking these like they proposing.
They going to the Lord.
They taking these
At
like they
the altar.
proposing.
You said that they proposing.
Yes.
Niggas don't even do that when they propose.
Oh my God.
Lord.
Shit, I had to pull up an article just to see who all took knees. So it was pretty much, let's just put it like this, the whole NFL, almost, if you was a black player in the NFL, 9 times out of 10 they took a knee. No, I would say 7 times out of 10 they took a knee.
It's always about 3%, 30% coon.
Yeah, so some niggas took a knee, some niggas locked arms, some niggas.
Don't you put the niggas who locked arms. The niggas, them coons who locked them arms ain't the same as the ones took the knees. Them two categories.
Thank you, baby.
Go ahead.
Some niggas took knees, some niggas locked arms, some niggas raised fists, and some niggas didn't even come out the locker room.
They scared. What Jay-Z? Rich nigga, poor nigga, scared nigga, unaware nigga,
Some
woke
niggas,
nigga.
Some niggas didn't even come out the locker
They
room
said, not today.
during the national anthem. So let's see what here.
Whole teams or just black people?
No, the whole
coming
team.
in? Oh, okay, that's
like
better.
some whole teams didn't come out the locker room.
Okay, I thought it was
during
just
the
3
national
black
anthem.
people sitting in the locker room.
And so let's see. In London, you had Baltimore and
London.
They was in London
For what?
playing the fucking football game.
They play in London?
Yeah, you know
England?
you know how they be playing it over there one of the times.
No,
So you had people from the Baltimore Ravens and the Jaguars knelt over there during the national anthem over there at Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
The shady part is they ass stood when the UK national anthem came on.
Out of respect. Look.
Out of
respect. You can't do it to them.
So
if we want to originate, it would start over there in the United Kingdom. They is the troublemakers, honey.
So
They the originators.
I don't know if everybody know what the hell went on. So Donald Trump was out there talking his shit, trying to shoot his shot,
Talk your shit, Trump.
talking about if these niggas disrespecting, and I'm paraphrasing, but he pretty much said if these niggas disrespecting our flag, the owners need to be out there and say, get that son of a bitch nigga off the field and tell him he fired.
Nigga, yeah.
Like I said, I'm paraphrasing.
The country would be on fire if he said nigga.
I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
So niggas went wild.
It's implied though.
Yes. And everybody just started taking the knee. Let's see.
But the thing is, I was upset about that because the harsh words. Mind you, he did say, "Get those son of a bitches off the field." Right? That's harsh ass words for folks when we're just talking about fucking football, a sport, nigga, leisurely recreational activity, and he didn't have these strong of a words for these crafty crackers carrying blowtorches and tiki lounges outside of a university producing hate speeches. That's when they needed to be talking about get these sons of bitches somewhere. So that's what I'm talking about. That's why, people give him this label of supporting white supremacists, being racist, being a white supremacist stuff because he does shit like that. And it's not just Donald Trump. White people do that all the time. It's this idea of selective morality, right?
Yeah.
So when it's some shit going down with them or free speech, it's free speech and this is how we have to navigate. This is how we have to move forward. But as soon as some Negroes start saying something and stepping out of place and not staying in the box that they put us in, oh no.
So
it's on and popping. And that happens in every single realm.
So it's the Steelers.
The who?
Pittsburgh Steelers. They're the ones.
Shit.
I know you did. Calm down, babe.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's sick. Don't get me all riled up now. So it was actually the Steelers who didn't take the field during the
the whole team,
anthem.
even the white ones.
Yeah.
The white ones come out.
The white ones didn't come out until after the national anthem.
Yeah, because then that started animosity on the field. And you get because the white ones be the skinnier boys, right? You get your ass hit. Get more CTE.
Let's see. They also said the Seahawks and the Titans also stayed in the locker room during the national anthem.
Good choice.
Before their games in Nashville.
Good.
Let's see.
What New England do?
Let's see. The Patriots, New England Patriots, owner Robert Kraft. Talking about he was disappointed in the tone of the president.
Yeah, that's nice New England talk. That's passive, political passive.
Let's see. Tom Brady stood and locked arms. See, some niggas was locking arms.
I don't believe in that locking arms. That's cooning. I don't know.
Let's see here. The Saints.
That's house nigga versus field nigga.
Let's see. Saints, about 10 of them sat down during the national
In the
anthem.
Saint, you talking about New Orleans?
Yeah. No Saints
The
player.
Mecca of niggas?
Let's see.
No Saints player.
Oh, that's before.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what else is
What they
going
did
on.
for the Lions?
Oh, they booed the Lions' ass.
These niggas, we like the Lions, but there don't be a lot of black people at those games.
They booed the fuck out of the Lions.
Yeah, I know them white people was red.
Let's
Stay
see.
strong, Lions.
You
though.
also have some owners out there on the field locking arms and shit with the football
Oh, the
players.
owners?
Yeah. the
They ain't
owners
kneel though, did they?
Hell no, they
They ain't
kneel.
kneel though, but they locked arms. Okay, cool.
Let's see here. Detroit Lions owner Martha Ford and her 3 daughters, who are usually gone from the field by the time the players are introduced.
They at home sipping tea.
Her ass remained on the field.
Yeah.
And that the Lions was introduced next to Jim Caldwell.
Yeah.
Fans booed the Lions as they protest, which included 8 players linking arms while kneeling.
Good,
Okay.
Good.
I can deal with that.
I can't believe
Cleveland
what is happening to
Browns.
Michigan. It's becoming such a conservative state.
Yes.
What y'all done did there? Did all the people? Hell, we
Niggas gone.
niggas come. Well, guess what? The niggas gonna come back.
Yeah. Let's see. Cleveland Browns, all African American players knelt during the anthem. Okay.
All right, so they all kneel.
Yeah, so niggas are kneeling, niggas are raising fists, and niggas are linking arms.
Yeah.
Naomi said the niggas who linking arms are not kneeling, they cooning.
Yeah, because what you scared of?
Yeah, I feel the same.
There ain't no German shepherds out there. Y'all millionaires. What you can't kneel? As a Negro?
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
I hear you.
Why not?
So what do you
This
think?
ain't time to be. I done told you what the fuck I think. It ain't time to be bashful. Do what you got to do. Stop being scary. Can't stand a scary nigga. A scary Negro. And these niggas 300 pounds. Can't stand it. I can't stand it. 6'5" and 300 pounds. I can't stand that, honey. No. I don't have no sympathy. You have to do what you have to do. And more so, I don't have no before we get off that, when did somebody play baseball kneeling? Did he kneel at the baseball?
I think so. I
So
don't
if
know.
he gonna come from baseball and kneel alone, I think it was a white boy too. Then them niggas, we just gonna lock the arms. Oh, big nigga. Big scary nigga. No, I'm like Paul Moon, like a ham hock. Because the thing is, they did it to Cap. They gonna do it to your monkey ass
Yeah.
eventually.
They will.
It might not be about this kneeling. It might be something else. So as a black man out there on that field, chasing that ball up and down the field like a dog, yes, kneel, Negro, kneel in solidarity of your black brethren being shot and killed in cold blood in these streets. Yes, nigga, I'm going to need you to kneel for 90 seconds while this anthem is being played. Yes. We locked arms. Nigga, we ain't marching.
Well, what about the niggas that raised their fists?
They ain't even, you say ain't even getting acknowledged by me.
Oh, speaking of that,
I raise my fist every day.
I think the person who's on the national anthem at Detroit, he kneeled and raised his fist at the end.
Come on, my type of Negro. Who
So,
was it? It don't matter. I'm glad he did it.
You know, he's like the home of the brave and had his fist up and kneeled.
And I know the white people lost their
And
mind.
then, you know, they booed his ass.
And why do white people so upset about it? That's the question. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why they so upset about this?
Because
Kneeling
why.
is silent protest. We ain't say nothing. They ain't do Nyambi. They ain't call them crafty crackers. They ain't to call names. We ain't did none of that. It's kneeling in silent protest.
his name was Rico Lavelle.
Perfect. That sound like I like
In
him already.
Detroit,
Yeah.
anthem singer Rico Lavelle took a knee and raised his fist at the conclusion of the song.
Good.
So he sung the song and then he took a knee.
Come on. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not telling these men not to do their jobs.
Yeah.
But there's a way to act in solidarity.
Well, hell, their jobs is to go run fast and catch a ball.
So you telling me now their jobs on the line? Yeah, because Captain, come on. That's the point. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. Do they not understand that? That's the greater problem. You don't have freedom of anything?
No. Hell, them niggas on the name on the back of their own jersey.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck
Niram, it just upsets me.
I know it does.
Even further, all you Negroes who is watching football too, be careful. Be careful out here, okay? Because your words in your Facebook status, in your Twitter status, and hash all that shit, Instagram. You know I'm learning it. Don't match your actions.
Well,
because you're watching football.
I gotta play devil's advocate there.
Do it.
So what about the niggas who are supporting the people who taking a knee and kneeling?
Yeah, them the only ones we can support.
So like, they're not boycotting because they like football, but they not boycotting because they wanted to be in solidarity of the niggas who kneeling.
They ain't.
I'm just asking. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I know you're playing devil's advocate, and that's why I'm going to hand this conversation over for you to help me to understand so I can lead into this, because I'm very cut and dry about this. I think the niggas who are supporting football don't even care about the needs. So a lot of these niggas is so obsessed with football, right? Mm-hmm. That they are so obsessed with football that they can't even focus on their damn personal life. So their personal life is fucked up. They who they with, they jobs, they can't focus on. It's a distraction, right? Mm-hmm. Them the niggas I'm talking to. But you're saying it's some people out here. What? Help me now. How do you do it then?
I'm playing devil's advocate. Okay. So I'm playing that what if there's some niggas out there who are watching football in solidarity of these niggas who taking knees. So,
How you do that?
Hell, you watch it because they taking a knee. So who was that dude, Michael Bennett? So for example, you only watch Michael Bennett's team and support of Michael Bennett.
I don't think Negroes disciplined enough.
I'm just saying, like,
I see what you're saying.
There has to be some niggas out there that do that. I'm not saying that it's possible. Not possible. I'm just saying, I'm just playing devil's advocate because you already know how I feel about football. I ain't
before this, yeah.
I ain't really been with football since I left playing college. So, I ain't really watched it since then. But I'm just saying there may be some niggas out there who are watching it to say, I watch it because I want to support Michael Bennett.
Yeah. I mean, I
guess.
The
way I can support Michael Bennett.
Black love community. Y'all tell me how y'all feel.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't have, because I don't think they are.
Okay. That's all I'm asking.
Because then I argue, well, if you watching them in solidarity, it's other ways you can support the community. Mm-hmm. He don't need your support. These other community organizations need your support or your money, one or the other, whatever one you can give or bear.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to put out there a counter argument to what's out there, because like I said, it's more than, I know some niggas out there who just watch any sport that got a ball with it.
Which is a problem with itself.
And they enjoy it and they live for it.
They enjoy
and they say that sports is supposed to bring people together and all that stuff.
Not now, honey.
It evidently is now. Yeah.
So then, okay, well, we're going down this room. So how do we tie this to Black love, right? Mm-hmm. So all the folks who are watching like football on Sunday, like you were saying, a lot of men traditionally like had this as their time and they focus in doing this. So how do you navigate that as a couple? So, we're getting off the topic of bending the knee and proposing and all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm talking about the folks, like what you were just saying, that all they do is watch football all day. Mm-hmm. How, like, is that their time for men? Did you ever do that? Were you ever in that classification? Since we've been a couple, I don't remember you spending like complete days immersed in football and sports.
No, and that's the thing, because you met me after I played football. So you met me after I was like, fuck football, fuck sports all in general, because it's all about it's all about the dollar, and if you ain't a part of it, you against it. Yeah. But before then, like I think I felt into like the traditional role of everything about like being back in Michigan. When it comes to sports, like a traditional Midwest man, Midwest black man, sports is a big part of their lives. So niggas barbecue, niggas get together, you put on your favorite team. Niggas argue about Michigan State versus Michigan or Jesus. Michigan versus Ohio. And
both is trash.
Like all these other things. So, I did it because it was the norm.
Yeah.
And I fell into it. But, as I went to college and got a lighting, That's not necessarily the thing that I roll with.
Yeah. So how do you think that? So that was like more of like the individual time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like couple time. So that was like your time as a male for the individual time. So I would argue that's like kind of importance of having kind of individual versus couple time. And how do you do that without driving the other person crazy? Like I know we do it where like we'll divide up and go upstairs, but I always see Sunday football tying into like, this is my time. Leave me alone. Don't talk.
But also, one of the things I always come into is like, especially now with the ratings of football going down every year by year.
Look at God.
But also, like, football is on every day. Just about.
I told you.
When I was younger, like, football was either on, like, Sunday. Saturday was all the college stuff, and then Sunday was and then you had, like, your occasional Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
But now you get it on, like, Sunday, Monday.
Thursday Tuesday, fucking up my shows.
So, like, now I really don't see what's really the point because it's being oversaturated.
And I think that's where I get triggered, where it's like these niggas be saying they're watching football, but they watching football every day. It's becoming their life, and it's no longer individual time. It's an obsession. It's an addiction. And I guess that's the conversation I want to flesh out a little bit more on how do you navigate with it. I guess women, what's our thing? Like women, I feel like we don't have an equivalent to this. Like it ain't enough Housewives and Love and Hip Hop playing to equivalent to this football shit. And can nobody keep up with this? And so it's just not an even give. That's all.
Yeah.
And I think it takes away from relationship. Look, I still slanted it.
I know you did. But, I also think about
Nyambi is not good. You need to have an episode when you have like some friends come on and y'all really flesh this sports out because I'm not giving it a chance.
I know you're not giving it a chance. And the thing is, like, with our relationship, since I really don't give a fuck about sports, if it's on, like, I know enough that I can have a conversation with somebody, small talk, whatever. But, it's something that does like sports, like since I stopped playing football in college, like it don't do nothing for me.
I'm there for the hot dogs.
So it's like eyes. Like once you see, like once the curtain is lift and you see all the fuck shit and bullshit that's along that, these players go through, especially being a collegiate athlete. It's like
me in academia.
Yeah. Exactly. Like once the curtain is pulled up, you like, fuck this shit.
It's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I may watch the Super Bowl if it's in the area, but shit.
Yeah, if the right person performing and the way Jay-Z just shut them down, we ain't gonna get a good performance for at least 10 years, honey.
Exactly.
It's gonna be at least 10 years before another performance. But yeah, we don't have to flesh it out. That's just more, like I said, you should really have an episode where you have, your friends and y'all really gonna give it a fair chance. Because I know I know this, y'all. I know this about me. I know I don't give sports a fair chance. There's two things I don't give a fair chance: sports or academia. Shut the shit down.
What y'all think, listeners?
Yeah.
What y'all think? As far as like, I know there are some couples who, live and die with sports together. So they got their team. So, I can think about the couples who, go to the U of M games
and be having matching shirts. Yeah, I'd be about to vomit.
The matching jerseys with the matching face paint jersey and all this other stuff.
Ain't had breakfast with each other in 4 months. Got a matching shirt and he ain't. Y'all got season tickets to the University of Michigan. This motherfucker ain't take you to Starbucks, ain't take you to Burger King, ain't been on no date night. Got season tickets for the Lions and y'all ain't been on no honeymoon. Bitch, get your priorities in order.
Do we got some kitchen table talk? So to submit a question,
what you gonna say? Never finish. It just bothers me. It just bothers me.
I know it bothers you.
I can't be the only one. Yeah. Ain't there other stuff you can invent? Or I like sports when we play it as a family. Can we play with each other? Can we? The church talked about that too. They did a kickball and a corn maze tournament. Ooh, they were so proud. Honey.
Yeah.
But like, what happens to playing? We can't play sports together as a team, as a family. Can we do family shit? Can we go out as the community except you look like a zombie at the television? Or pay hundreds and thousands of dollars for these season tickets that you don't. What's Kitchen Table Talk?
To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. That's black with no K.
Yeah.
It says, "Good afternoon. I discovered your podcast a few weeks ago and absolutely love it.
Yay!
My mother and I have often talked about many of your podcast topics.
Oh.
Topics with her before
Before discovering us.
Yeah, before discovering. Y'all know.
You know all of that got on your ass. She said, don't be chopping up my email. She said, I can write, honey. I am a scholar.
She did get up
She
on my
said, I'm a
ass.
scholar.
You lucky I was sick. I would have came for that ass. She was curious about where you two stand with the use of the use of the word nigga. In your opinion, when others use it and why you two use it.
A lot.
I haven't listened to all the podcasts yet, so I'm unaware if it has been previously addressed. But this one came up when we was listening to the Dr. Umar July 7 podcast.
Favorite host, Dr. Umar.
She I guess she and I love debating his views.
Me too.
And love the chemistry between you two. Thank you so much for doing this podcast. Niram, get your pitch together for Queen Oprah.
Get it ready for Queen
That's
Oprah.
what I'm talking about.
Don't just go into talking about, I need to talk to you real quick, Oprah. I need you to come with it correct because I can't co-sign that shit.
I've already submitted this application
to Harpo
in LA for this social media job.
Yes.
So I'm just trying to get there.
Yeah.
And if I get there,
if we can just get at the table with Oprah, just in passing, all I need is 2 minutes.
I'm shooting my shot. For everyone listening, I am shooting my shot.
What is your shot gonna be?
It don't matter.
A sports show.
It's gonna be a Harpo sponsored podcast.
Oh, do Oprah got a podcast?
Yeah, she got that Super Soul.
But that's not a podcast. That's just no disrespect, Queen. Oh.
Don't you mess up my blessing, Nyambi.
It's just a recording of her show. A podcast is different.
I understand.
Yeah,
stay in my place. We can be OWN's first late night television show.
Come on. Now there it fucking go. Because I need to cuss. Because Oprah done got me with them censors. I'm going to rack up a bill.
So we can be OWN's first late night TV show.
Come the fuck on. Now, yes. You better manifest that.
So I need to shoot my shot, y'all.
Could you imagine? Would y'all want late night with Niram and Nyambi? I even talk about sports.
You see her tone change?
I interview athletes. I interview them, honey.
You see her tone change?
What you mean? How about funny? Shit. Fickle
as hell.
Been in New England too
See,
long.
that's why I got to shoot my shot. That's why I need to go ahead and keep doing this reading on air so I can get my reading.
Yeah, we can't be stuttering on Oprah.
Getting my reading and my dyslexia together.
What?
Dyslexia.
Yes.
So Oprah go ahead and get me hooked up with some speech people, some speech pathologists. Y'all know what the fuck I said.
Wouldn't that be late night on Oprah? Come on. I want to be a mixture of, remember Monique late night show when she used to holler?
Yes.
And everybody used to yell at her for hollering?
Yeah.
She'd be like, yes, baby. I want to be a mixture of that. Jay Leno, Pioneer Woman, just all those things. The Reed. I just want to be just a big habanash of fucking everybody. Just a blackness. Oh my goodness, Near. I'm about to go write this in my manifestation journal. What's the question? Look at the question. Brush his cuz.
Oh my God. Well, brush his cuz. Let's wrap it up.
We didn't answer the question.
I know. I'm just saying. They want to know where we stand with the use of the use of the word nigga in our opinion when others use it and why we use it.
I use nigga. I say nigga. It's something I was brought up around doing and seeing all age ranges from the youngest to the oldest. Being around my family, are we the family? Do we use nigga a lot? All forms of nigga too.
Y'all use nigga more than my family do.
Did it ever shock you? When did it ever shock you when somebody said nigga in our family?
I think the only time it really shocked me was when your grandma called me a nigga. Nah, me get this nigga the fuck out of here before you break some of my shit.
Did it hurt your feelings or what did it do?
It didn't hurt my feelings, but I was taken aback a little bit. Like, damn, grandma done called me a nigga. This sweet old lady, she ain't sweet no more.
But I think in my family, Nyambi speaking, we use it a lot. And we try to use it as a term of endearment. I know that's very cliche, but I would say at least 90% of the time when we say it as a term of endearment. So, you know, even if we're doing the dozens at you, it's always kind of a positive slant. Very rarely is it done to hurt someone's feelings. Like, we don't say things like stupid nigga, like, we don't bitch nigga, like, not in that range. Like, that's something we don't do in our family.
I do.
But I know you do that more. But we say it more in we say it more in training day. Like, then it's like, my nigga. You know when he laughed, it's not like that type. But that's definitely how we use it more so in our family. So I feel comfortable in using it. What I don't believe in using nigga around is anybody outside of the nigga group. White people, Latino people, sorry, y'all. You ain't in the nigga group. I use it. It's very insular within my community. I don't use it in professional settings. I don't think other people should say it. I don't believe white people had a right to say it. And I don't believe I have to explain to them why they don't say it. They just can't fucking say it. Exactly. Like, I'm very firm on that. And I'm able to switch it up too. Like, so when I'm at work, I don't be like, nigga. Like, no, that's not what I am. But if I'm in my home setting and I'm comfortable, it definitely will. It's like I think even like coworkers that have became my friends are surprised that kind of when I take off the mask of professional naivety too.
The war paint.
When I take off my war paint, that's right. That's what we call it, y'all. When you go into these 9 to 5, you know, cubicles and warrior life, you got to put on your war paint. And in that war paint, I don't include nigga or Negro. Have I said Negro at work? No. I say African American, Black, stuff like that. But I don't. But when it comes to my inner circle, I absolutely sincere in using it. And it's definitely using a positive. Like, I don't use, Neon can speak to it, I don't try to use it to degrade or talk down to someone. Like, I don't say nigger. Like, I don't say it to the way where I'm trying to hurt you to your soul.
Hard ER?
No, I don't do it that way. I got other words for that.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to hurt your feelings, I'm going to use another one. But I don't say nigga. I don't use it just that. That's definitely like a community. It's a community-based thing. And I'm very aware that some Black people do not like it. They consider it
harmful and things
harmful.
Like
that. I get it. But that's just not how my family and we operate. Like, I know a few years ago, I almost said nigga again. Y'all niggas tried to bury it, but it came back from the dead. So what was that? Al Sharpton did that.
Oh my God.
Remember they had a coffin and shit?
They did have.
I remember it was me and my grandma. My grandma was like, "Look at these niggas." While they was burying niggas, my grandma was like, "Look at these niggas on TV burying that empty casket. They don't got nothing else better to do."
So if I had to shoot my shot for a second series, it'd be nigga the resurrection.
Shut up! You said the resurrection of niggas.
It'd be
the N word.
It'd be a scary movie too. Like, oh my God, niggas back.
Cause though you remember that was about 4 or 5 years ago.
It probably was longer.
It was like Al Sharpton, Reverend Jesse. You know, people we put respect on their name, right?
Man.
And they literally got a coffin in a burial site and buried the N word. And like I said, I remember sitting on edge of my grandma's bed. She ain't say nothing. I mean, I didn't say anything, but all she said was, "Look at these niggas on TV burying a NAACP, wasn't it?"
Oh, it was in 2007.
Oh, that was 10 years ago. Yeah. Oh, it felt like yesterday. Man, I miss my grandma. But I remember us both sitting on the edge of the bed, and all she could say, she was sipping her tea, literally her sweet tea, and saying, "Look at these niggas." And she said, "Oh, it'll be back." And mark my words. What did she say? What happened?
Nigga resurrection.
The nigga resurrection came back. We done forgot all that shit, didn't we?
Oh my God.
We forgot all that shit when Obama became president, right?
Sure did.
But what is your opinions on it? But I keep it very community based. I don't say it at work. I don't say it out in front of other people. I don't believe in if other people say it that's not in the Negro community. I'm gonna check them. Like, and I know that's could be hypocritical saying it sometimes, but I don't give a fuck. Like, Nero.
I'm a proponent of nigga.
Yeah.
I'm a proponent of, some of my favorite words is nigga and motherfucker.
Oh Lord.
That's why I think Samuel.
But why? They're asking our opinion. Why?
I think that's why Samuel L. Jackson is my favorite actor.
He gets on my
nerves. Because the ways he say nigga and motherfucker it gives me joy. It gives me joy. Why do I use it? Because it gives me joy.
Yeah.
I call everybody nigga.
Everybody, even white people.
I think I usually say nigga when I'm comfortable around somebody. Like
white people?
No,
I do not say
no, let me finish. Not white people, but like comfortable around like Black people.
Okay.
Like, I'll say it around you, friends, family members, some coworkers if we're alone.
Yeah.
and I'll see, I'll fill them out
Yeah.
and see if I can say.
Yeah.
But other
some
than,
niggas don't know they niggas.
yeah, some of them know they niggas. But for as me, like I call everybody nigga.
Yeah.
Like when I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Like hell, I might even call the president nigga. Like you see what that white nigga did?
Oh, yeah.
So that's just me.
Yeah.
That's the way I like to use it.
Yeah.
I'm a proponent of it. But I will punch a white nigga in his face if he ever say it.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about it.
It don't belong to them no more.
Nope, it don't belong
it's
to
ours.
like Ice Cube.
You can't have it.
Like Ice Cube told Bill Moore.
Yeah.
We own that shit now.
Yeah, it's our word. You can't have it.
You can't have it no
and
more.
I'm a very firm user of it.
Yeah.
Just
and
like
I use it.
But I think every group has it. And I don't know why nigga always come up for us.
No.
Like I think in the LGBTQ community, they have words that I would never think of saying.
Yeah.
Be it I'm around somebody or not around somebody. It's just disrespectful. I'm sure it's things white people say to each other that I once no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't think to do. What they have in their community, and I'm thinking white people more subset. So I'm sure it's worse. The Italian folks say, the Irish folks. You know what I'm saying? That is culturally what they say
to each other.
That could come off derogatory if somebody else says it, right? Women, it's shit women say that men don't got no business saying. It's stuff that it's stuff that we can do and say that y'all don't have the right to come into that because you haven't lived it and experienced it. I would assume it's stuff shit men do. Like, it's just the respect of culture and boundaries.
I think one of the things that really confused me is
why niggas always on this?
The one thing that really confused me is New Yorkers.
What?
New Yorkers.
New Yorkers. So New York Puerto Ricans.
It's like New York Puerto Ricans are like anybody that's from New York, but they have that Latino, Hispanic influence. Yeah. And sometimes they say nigga.
Yeah, I do get confused about that.
That confuses me a bit.
That's definitely an East Coast thing because that don't fly. I know folks sit around me and I know I done gave them the look. And they stopped.
Yeah. That confuses me a bit.
Yeah.
Somebody from New York, and maybe y'all can school me on this, but how did the...
Yeah, because there's some words associated with Latinos that I wouldn't say to them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That it's like, they might say it to each other, but I wouldn't say.
So that's the one thing that really baffles me is that how... and I'm just saying New Yorkers because that's what I think of. Like,
yeah, Puerto Ricans more likely to say it than a lot of the other. Yeah. Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. Yeah, the ones that are darker in skin. Maybe they just associate it with skin tone.
Maybe not.
I don't know. I'm not New Yorker.
I think that's what confuses me a lot is that how can the Spanish or what I'm trying to say Latino, Hispanic from New York are able to say nigga. Yeah. But if they're in Michigan,
they don't say it, honey.
Ain't no
Chicago. They ain't saying that, honey. Don't you come?
Ain't no Mexicans in Mexican town
saying nigga.
Saying nigga in Michigan.
In Detroit.
Ain't none of that. So that's one of the things that really.
But is that a question for the New Yorkers or a question for the black people?
I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know.
Because people treat you how you allow them to treat you.
Yeah.
But I have checked folks like, no, we ain't cool like that. They're like, no, y'all better. We are. But it's certain stuff you can't call me.
And there's been times where I've been at a couple white weddings. Yeah. And, they'll play a song that's full of niggas. And I've been to the DJ and say, hey, man, it's too many niggas. It's too many niggas being played. Too many niggas being saying you need to play the clean version.
Yeah. And they switch it up, don't
they? And
they
switch that shit up.
Come on. You got to put your foot down.
I that's one of the things that I personally don't like.
And one of my favorite quotes, I am not your Negro.
Yeah, I'm not your Negro.
And I think that what sums up how I feel about the word nigger. I am not your Negro. Yeah. Now, I could be my own Negro in my community, but I am not your Negro. So,
it might be a little hypocritical, but
I don't care.
Jimmy Crack Corn, and I don't give a fuck.
I think now that as we get older, we don't have any kids. What's going to be how we're going to explain this to our kids. Yeah. So this is good practice for how we're going to explain it to them because I don't think I would scold my child for saying it. But how do you teach a child like, okay, you can't be going up in kindergarten talking about, hey, nigga.
Yeah.
But how do we know? That's the difference. Like we didn't go up in class talking about my niggas. We ain't do that
because we the artists of the code switch. I think our generation is good for the code switch.
You think our generation, the millennials,
hell
code
yeah.
switchers?
Hell yeah.
So what you saying? Our parents' generation was up in class. My niggas. Well, it was a difference more. They ain't had the ownership like we had it.
Hell, they had fucking German Shepherds and water.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was a different. They was still calling them colored, honey.
Right, and having exactly.
Yeah, but I just think so. For our kids' generation, what is that gonna be? Mm-hmm. We might have a generation that be like, we might embarrass our children. And they be like, I can't believe my mom and dad still says nigga. We buried that in 2025.
Oh.
Again.
Again.
Maybe they cremated it.
Oh.
I'm my grandma. It'll be back.
It'll be back. You got anything else, baby?
No, I don't. Thanks for that question, though. It's a good one. Because I also what I liked about this, Bruss, is that idea. A lot of the topics that we have, as you can see, we're not definite on all of them. You know, we give our little opinions, but as we flesh it out and talk, it's gray, which Niram loves. Like, there's two sides to everything. And that's why we love this podcast and why it's so dynamic. Because in one breath, we could talk about Obama. The next breath, we're talking about James Baldwin. And in the last breath, we're talking about Umar, right?
Yeah.
You know, all those are facets of our Black culture, of Black love. And we might not agree with every single thing folks say, but there are pieces that we identify with. And we're able to appreciate the pieces we identify with. And other stuff we don't, we're able to have a conversation about, right?
Right.
And I think that's what's beautiful about it.
Hell yeah.
So what's y'all thoughts? Y'all let us know the thoughts on the N-word.
What y'all think about nigga?
Yeah.
In other words, go ahead and tweet Oprah and let her know about the Black Love
Don't tell her we
Matters podcast and how we need to be the first late night show on OWN.
Yeah. Let's get Fitcher on the document. Do you think they're ready for us on that doc? Because I'm performing. I'm going to be a show pony. I'm going to be a show pony.
I know you will.
I'm going to be a show pony on that doc. And I would love to have a late night show.
Yeah.
And it even don't even have to be like a tradition. Like, it could be almost like podcast setting. And we have folks come. Who did that? Someone had, it was like a, one of those rap stars. Remember he used to have folks come in his bed? I forgot his name. It was one of him and his wife. And they used to have the recorder show in their bed. Like, I'm almost seeing that type of vibe. But at the kitchen table.
You talking about Fat Man Scoop?
Yeah, and it was him and his wife used to be in bed, and the people he used to interview used to come in bed.
Oh,
they
yeah.
They have microphones in the bed, and he'd be having Cheetos and Doritos, and they'd be in the bed talking. I see that for us. You know, I don't believe that in the bed. But maybe we can literally have kitchen table talk.
Yeah.
Late night kitchen table talk.
Exactly. And we'd be at the kitchen.
Because you know that's when the kitchen table talk really pop off. At night.
And we have like a bomb-ass black chef come.
Because that's when you got to get the extra food, right? That's when you got to get the food out the refrigerator. That's when you start heating shit up. First you start cold. You like, just turn the fucking oven on.
So maybe we need to go and flesh this out right now.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll feature like every episode to be like a new black chef.
Yes.
That come in and like make us something.
Yes.
And they'll be a part of the kitchen table talk, and then we'll have
'cause
like
I want
somebody.
Pioneer Woman. Yeah.
We'll have somebody like from the media or whatever come on.
Come on.
And we'll just be all at the table. He'll talk about his meal or whatever, and then we'll start shooting the shit about whatever.
Hey, what's going on? Come on here.
Y'all remember this shit. So something come out.
Manifest it. We need all the alchemists out there and all the praying grandmamas. Everybody get on that. That was a great episode, wasn't it, babe?
It sure was.
All right. As always, to submit your Black love stories, go to blacklovematters.com/stories. To submit your question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us the email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. And to leave a comment about anything that we talked about today, you can do that on our website, SoundCloud, Stitcher, any form of social media. We can be found at Black Love Matters. That's no K. And don't forget about that voicemail, y'all. We can be reached at 508-784-1111. Again, that's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. And remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.